Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can get the Narita Taishin, the Nemesis. Hell yeah, dude. We got a few gems, a few carrots, thankfully from the club rewards, and I believe some of the PvP rewards as well, the team trials. Hopefully we could get it early. I do have a 1 per day. Let's see if we could get a lucky 1 pull. See if this video is just really short. It's never gonna be a 1 pull. It's never gonna be a 1 pull. Nah, long shot start. Oh, SR. Okay, well, that's cool. All right, Grass Wonder. All right, sure. Hell yeah. You know what's cool about this game, or what I thought about? Not cool exactly, but just like, you can't whale this game in order to get these potentials, right? Like, Grass Wonder is gonna be good for Champions Meeting, and you really want her to be like level 3 potential at the very least in order to like run her, right? But no matter how many copies of Grass Wonder I get, I will not be able to get potential level 3. I have to like spend these things to get it, right? So it's cool that at least these are totally just gameplay, whereas like Star Unlock is like, okay, you get like a level for unique skill that doesn't always make that big of a difference, and then you get some base stats. It's not really that much. But yeah, anyway, that was a little of a side. Let's go ahead and pull for Narita Taishin. All right, first 10 pull, please. Please help me. Please help me, Gacha Gods. Please. Oh my god. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. It's a long shot with the door, though. Oh, okay. Yo. This is a short video. This is a short-ass video. Please tell me this is a short video. Please let me save.
Gentlemen.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The video's over. Cut it out. Cut it out right now. It's done. Okay, no, we gotta see the animation. Let's go. I get to save. I get to save. Oh my god, I get to save. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Sponsored stream. Watch me get another one. Watch it flip. Watch it flip. Watch me get another one. Nah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yo! Let's go, dude. Narita Taishin. You know what? Someone said that they would watch Narita Taishin, like the playthrough of her. Why don't we just do a playthrough? Yeah, let's hop in. Narita Taishin. You know what's also really cool about Uma Musume? I just pulled the shiny new character, the shiny new toy. What's really cool about Uma Musume is I don't have to level her up. I don't have to level her up. I don't have to like pre-grind before her character banner or whatever, and then like as soon as I get her, start grinding for the next character. I can just play her, you know? I can just play her right away. That's so much better. That's so much better, dude. I love that. I love that. Okay, I want to make Narita Taishin, I want to make her good for mile. I want to make her good for mile distance tracks, even though I don't really, I don't have her potential. We have Kita-san because she's Kita-san. We have Special Week because very good stat stick, and pretty much it for a speed card to have her at max limit break. Asian Flash because we do have a mood event on her first chain event, which is going to be good for Narita Taishin because Narita Taishin is going to have a scripted mood down event, and this is going to be after her I think it's after Kikka show. I think after Kikka show she'll have a mood down event until Nikkei show, and so this is going to be from the event Don't Say It, which is going to tank her mood by 3 and give her practice poor. So anything that we can play that would help mitigate that, which includes Asian Flash, which includes Kita-san Black, which is also including Tazuna, is what I'm going to opt to play. We have 2 stamina cards because Narita Taishin does have a race that she wants to win in Arima Kinen. She also wants to win Tenosho Haru. So we are going to have to build up the stamina, especially if we're going to try and make her a mile distance PvP runner. We want to get that stamina to be around 600, 750 pretty quickly, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, let's go. Let's try it out. All right. We got her early, chat. We got her early. Hell yeah. All right. Let's get into it. I've never done a Narita Taishin run. It's going to be so hard for me to say her name. I've never done it at all. So I'm actually pretty excited. In the future, like I said, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to collect every Uma Musume because it's frankly very, very expensive. But in the future, if let's say I don't get to roll for these characters, I wouldn't worry too much because I have moderators. I have people willing to basically let me borrow their accounts, and we'll still be able to make some videos for her. But yeah, I mean, let's treat this as a sort of beginner's play guide. Just make sure I'm talking about every move I'm doing. Not going to be able to interact with chat too much. Sorry about that. But essentially, for the early trainings, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking to build a lot of friendships. This event, top one gives like 10 energy, could get 30, but it's a small chance. Bottom event gives you 30 energy, but it has a chance that it inflicts a bad condition for your Uma, but it's like a 10% chance. So you should almost always pick the bottom option. It's almost always better. We are going to go for Wit here because there's two actual friends, and we do want to build our friendship with Super Creek. The problem with having Super Creek that isn't a max limit break version is that she has no initial friendship gauge. So that is quite a problem. However, a lot of the times, even if she doesn't have initial friendship gauge, it's perfectly valid to run Super Creek simply for her skill. Because remember, again, Super Creek, the reason why we run her is career events. It is going to be for that swinging maestro. But let's see what else we could do over here. Let's get wit training here. Her jacket's so nice. Her jacket's really cool. She is pretty cool. Apparently she's a gamer, guys. Apparently she's a gamer. I heard she plays League of Legends, and I think that's the source of her bad mood event. That's what people tell me. So yeah, she's a gamer. Pretty much. Should I pull Super Creek for that initial friendship or not worth? It's not just for the initial friendship gauge. She gets so much more specialty priority. She gets a lot of stat stick passive, so she's really good. Super Creek is definitely a premium card. Not as valuable as Kita-san Black, but definitely very valuable. It's definitely nice to have her limit break 1 version, just so that you have that specialty priority, and then you have access to Swinging Maestro, which is good enough. Taishin SOS. I mean, if you're really sweating it out, you want to like put it out here. Use the training event helper on Game Tora, and you want to look at what choices your events have. You could either do this through memorization and just playing a lot of times with that character, or you could use this site, and that's totally fine. And what you probably want here are stats that you're not going to be training as much. And so both of these are probably valid, but I definitely want to make sure that I have enough stamina later. So I'm going to just get this one because I do think I need probably some help with the stamina department. The less I can train stamina, the better in my opinion. But yeah, we're going to get this speed. And then over here, we have one more turn for our make debut. I'm going to go ahead and train more speed. Another thing that you're trying to balance when you're doing and selecting trainings, not only are you trying to build all your friendships at a nice, even, and fast rate, but you also want to level up your training facilities. Each time you train in a training facility, you are leveling it up incrementally, or rather, building progress to level it up. So I think it's like 4 or 5 times you do the same training, it'll level up and it'll improve. Really big tip when you're just starting out, or like for your make debut, just set it as a front runner. Just set it as a front runner. There's quite a bit of runners, I believe, in a make debut. There's like 9. But I feel like a lot of the times what happens is that these runners are really bad, And being an end closer or a late surger sometimes just puts you so behind, because when you are blocked, you are essentially limited and capped to whoever's in front of you in terms of like their speed and their progression, which is really devastating if you do happen to get blocked. So I always like in Make Debut just to put him as a front runner. Don't worry about it being a bad rating. It doesn't matter at all, because the only thing, late starts are not the reason why, but you could be rushed, right? And you'll do downhills worse, but the aptitude for strategy only affects wit, but strangely enough, it doesn't affect your skill activation rate, even though wit affects that. We don't know why, but if you see over here, we're running as a front runner. We might lose. I think did we win? I think she won. Yeah, we almost lost. But, oh my god, we won by a nose. Anyway, it's still typically better to, I would say, run them as a front runner for Make Debut. Sometimes it's just too much of a distance, and you do have more susceptibility to being blocked, especially when you don't have enough power just yet. So, you know, obviously do whatever you like to do, but changing strategy is not really difficult, or is not really a big or bad move, especially in the early game. Anyway, gonna get that event. So that's the first chain event for Kita-san Black. You always kind of want to make sure you're keeping track of your events. This is more of an intermediate tip, just so you're conscious of like what is next, what is going on, right? Because Kita-san Black's events have started, her chain events, I'm probably not gonna have her mood events in time, in the right timing for Narita Taishin's scripted mood down event. But yeah, let me see over here what we're gonna do. Probably gonna get this. We don't need this hint from Measure McQueen. Measure McQueen has just skills that are not that great for our Taishin here. That said, I mean, building friendship with Etsuko is good to just build every now and then. She's not super valuable, at least compared to your friends. However, she is still valuable because at the very end, depending on your friendship level with her, she does give you some stats. So we're gonna go ahead and pick the stamina over here. We're gonna pick the stamina over here. How many pulls did it take? It took 10. It took 10. The Uma Musume gods have smiled upon me today. It only took me 10. Okay, so we're not gonna go with the middle option unless we really want skill points. Because my energy is so low, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the 10. 11. Sorry, 11 pulls. You're right. It was technically 11. My bad. My bad. All right, we're gonna pick this wit training and BNW. So her rivals are gonna be Biwa Haihide and Winning Ticket. That's just in lore what she actually faced against in real life. Not too much to discuss about that. There's just sometimes I notice though, like Umas with very strong rivals are just typically a lot more difficult to raise. So I do have really good cards here. Don't be discouraged if you're running into more issues than I do. But yeah, we're gonna rest here. It's just none of the trains are easy enough for us to clear. Hopeful Sticks is the first G1. There is Hanshin Juvenile Fillies. I might race that. But let's just go ahead and keep training the speed. So now you see, like, my speed training is level 3. Why is it level 3? Is because I've been training a lot in speed, right? I've been training that speed training a lot, and because now it's level 3, I'm getting more stat gains from speed training. And your ideal goal is definitely to get your preferred training stats, like speed, to be pretty high. And that's why Kita-san Black is so good. Anxious Survival. She needs power, so I definitely want to get more power. Power is a lot more valuable, so that's going to be the top option here. Guts is good too to get from those events. It's not bad, but she has passive Guts growth. We are going to be training some stamina, and training stamina gives us Guts. As long as we could get Guts to be around 300 by the end, I'll be pretty happy. There's not really too much to or it's a little too much to explain why 300 is good, but basically having that amount of guts is totally fine. You don't really want to build too much guts. Your main trainings, especially if you're just starting out, is just going to be speed, stamina, and power. And if you're trying to clear long distance races, it's probably just going to be speed and stamina, if we're being frank. But yeah, we're going to skip this friendship training, even though it's like pretty nice. We're going to skip it in favor of building more friendship with Super Creek. Also, we have quite a bit of speed to win our races, so we're just not going to do that. Try and build our friendship here with Metro McQueen. And now we have the hopeful stakes. I did not get to race the Hanshin juvenile fillies, but that's fine. Predictions, always check your predictions. Power and wit are kind of whatever, but it's fine. As long as it's a circle, we're kind of good to go. 2 circles is pretty good though, or 2 circles is more than good. So yeah. So we ran her as a front runner, totally fine. Even if we have like G rating on front runner. And I'm probably, after this race, I'm probably going to swap to a different strat. So this is New Year's resolutions, classic year, early January. So basically at the start of every year, you're going to have these 3 same choices. And this is for every Uma Musume. The first option is like 1 stat. I think it's a random stat. I'm not even too sure. And it's just not worth it, like 99% of the time, in my opinion. Number 2 is energy. I think you get like 20 or 30. And then the bottom option is like 20, 25 skill points. So we're going to pick energy because it just gives us the most options for our training moving forward. Okay. And we did disconnect a little bit. So thank you, chat, for being patient with me and sticking around. But yeah, let's keep it going here. I'm going to go ahead and do this wit training. There's some little bit of failure right here. And this is going to get my friendship with Metro McQueen. And as well, it's going to be able to give me enough energy such that my next training, if I don't do a wit training, is going to have enough energy to not fail. All right. And what we're doing over here, we could do guts. And that would get my friendship up with Super Creek. Let me check my races because I always want to look for opportunities to earn fans. I want to gain some fans for the senior year. But it looks like the Satsuki show is totally fine. I could do guts training. It's kind of a low value training, but it does get me my 80 friendship with Super Creek. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's try that. But yeah, let's see over here. This is going to be reports submitted. What does she report? Agnes Tachyon? Is she cheating or what? Let's go ahead and get the bottom option. The reason why we basically pick every option that's not speed is because we have 3 speed cards. We have Kita-san Black. We should get good amount of speed from those 3 cards and from training speed alone. And that's pretty much why we're doing that. But yeah, I'm going to get this. I don't need a hint from Special Week, but gives me some energy. None of the other trainings are that great, and I build some friendship with Etsuko, which is not bad. Is it better to race when energy is low? It's fine to race when energy is low. Just make sure your energy is not 0. If it's 0, then you risk injury. Or, yeah, I think you risk injury. We're going to go ahead and do the stamina training. This is going to get me my 60 friendship with Tazuna. And 60 friendship with Tazuna, the maximum break support card. Remember, all of these like friends that are training with you, they are your support card deck for the most part, right? Besides Director Akikawa and Etsuko, which is this one here, right? With Tazuna, the reason why it's important to get her to 60 is because you'll be able to take her out on dates, which have really good events. Besides having the pleasure of taking Tazuna out on a date, you do have access to really good healing events from her support card. So yeah, should be an event right here. So always pick the top option. If you pick the bottom option, you're just trolling. So the top option allows you to be able to take Tazuna out on dates. You get some mood, you get some energy, and definitely keep in mind that I am using a maximum break Tazuna from a borrow. And so whenever I do take Tazuna out on a date, it's going to be a lot of energy. But keep in mind that if you're using your own Tazuna and she's not maximum break, you might not get as much energy. But yeah, none of the trainings there were that great. and I wanted to rest. And so we're gonna use Tazna as like a pseudo rest machine. Wow. Oh, what? What? Wait, was that wasn't even a golden inspiration. I got 4 hints of corner recovery and 105 stamina. That is the power of the URA finale spark right there, ladies and gentlemen. You always want this spark. You want this spark, the URA finale. Make sure you guys are always trying to complete every one of your careers, especially if you're trying to make a good parent, because the URA finale spark just totally popped off for us. It rolled probably like 20 speed and 30 stamina, which is kind of crazy. Hell yeah, dude. All right, I'm happy about that. That's a good run right there. That's a good run. The URA finale spark. Very, very cool. All right, I'm gonna put her as an end closer. Hopefully that works out. Let's take a look at the race. Let's see what happens. End closer should be good. Our power is a little less, but it should still be fine, I think. I believe it should still be fine. Box incoming, we'll see. We'll see. I want to be able to use her skill, her unique skill. I think that's going to be a little more valuable versus these higher grade horses. These how would you say it? These non-NPCs, which is kind of funny to say because it's NPCs is non-player characters, so non-NPCs, right? But let's see. Hopefully I don't get boxed. She is an end closer. Hopefully she can find the outside. It is the late race, and I get Nemesis. There's her skill. Very cool. She doesn't look like she's picking up that much, but now she is. Now she is. Now she's totally picking up. But she just ran into a big-ass wall. She is currently behind winning ticket. Can she squeeze through, please? Oh my god. No. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But second place is not too bad. Second place is not too bad. At the very least, it's going to be able to help us complete our goals. But power difference. It's just unfortunate that she had to run into that huge wall. That absolutely gargantuan wall. That was crazy. They're out together. But anyway, that's fine. As long as it completes our goals, that's all I really care about right now for this video demonstration. I'm sure we're gonna get the URA finale too. But wow, double stamina training here for the Japanese derby. What the hell am I saying like that for? The Japanese derby. I think we should be okay. It's just gonna be a fierce rivalry between Narita Taishin, winning ticket, and BMW, or rather Biwa Hide. So, especially if you have worse cards than me, don't be too heartbroken. Maybe try running on Narita Taishin as different strategies. I, for one, think it's gonna be cooler if we are able to win with our preferred strategy here. Try and get this skill. If there's anything that you should get Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf 70, you're probably not going to discount it. I mean, check your support card deck, obviously, see if anyone's giving Lone Wolf. But it's 70 already. It's really cheap. This is really strong for career mode. I didn't know it was that cheap. The reason why you want Lone Wolf is because no one in your career mode is going to have Lone Wolf. So if you look at skills here, if I click through all of them, none of them have Lone Wolf. And because none of them have Lone Wolf, that means we just get 40 speed. So definitely pick up that skill. That definitely would have helped me out quite a bit. Anyway, we're not going to watch this race for the sake of the video. We're going to view results. Wow, never mind. Maybe we don't run her as an end closer, guys. Without skills, it is hard to justify running her as an end closer. That's unfortunate. Let's see if it's better if we run her as a front runner. We could try that. We could try that. That is really unfortunate. I have a feeling she just got blocked again. 78% success rate. Let's do this. Nice. Hell yeah. Skill issue. It is actually a skill issue because we don't have the end closer skills. Generally speaking, like the skills just if you're running her as an end closer, you probably want her to have good skills that justify it. So Behold is a really good skill, right? For instance. And when you do raise her potential to level 5, it's going to be nice if you do... when you raise her potential to level 5, it's going to be nice to get Encroaching Shadow. Anyway, we have Summer Camp over here. So, Summer Camp is a good opportunity to train our other stats that we kind of neglect. We're going to go ahead and do Power here. Even though we do have Friendship training on Speed and Stamina, the fact of the matter is we're not going to have... or rather, Summer Camp is an opportunity to train your weaker stats because you do have level 5 training for everything, right? And so, even though you do have Friendship trainings here, ideally, you also have Friendship trainings outside of Summer Camp, and you've already leveled these up, right? So that's the idea behind training your weaker stats, the stats that you don't get to train as much. So we'll go ahead and do that. And, yeah, we're just gonna have to rest over here. Definitely she wants some power too as an end closer. And maybe this could have reflected better in the deck. But yeah, over here, we have double friendship, and this is giving me 19 power, and I want to train power, right? Then I'm going to do this double friendship training, right? So always keep in mind, always look at your other trainings. Even if you're like, okay, we're in Summer Camp, we want to train power, make sure you're looking at the values as well. And that's a mood down event, that's fine. 25% failure rate is a little too high right now when I already have Tazuna. And actually, I have kind of a good plan. I've set myself up because after the Kikka show, Narita Taishin is going to get Practice Poor, which is a condition, right? And Tazuna's dates, the second and the fourth date heals a condition. So we're going to keep that fourth date in our back pocket until after the Kikka show when we do get that scripted event. And so what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to train speed so I can get some friendship with Etsuko, right? It's just before Kikka show? Okay, my bad. It's before the Kikka show. Thank you. So we're going to get it before the Kikka show. And we're going to get mood up, and we're going to get the, there you go. The mood down by 3, right? So now I could totally mitigate this by going on a date with Tazuna. Not totally mitigate it, but at least mitigate some of its damage, right? So now I don't have Practice Poor. I have full energy. I'm at normal mood, which is exactly what I want. She does have a secret event, and I actually forgot the details of it. Let's see if I could pull that up. Before we start the race, let's see if I could pull up the event. The secret event is after the Nikkei show. So right now we're on the Kikka show, and then 9 turns after that we'll have the Nikkei show. And that's 9 turns though, that's a lot. So that's 9 turns I don't really want to have Practice Poor or Bad Mood. But if you healed Practice Poor, then you get Mood plus 4, you get all stats plus 20, which is very good reward, and skill points plus 70, that's a really good reward, as well as Practice Perfect Double Circle. So Double Circle is better than the Circle, obviously. I think that's like a, is that 5 or 6% boost in all your like failure rates, right? It takes away 5 or 6%, I believe. 4%, yeah. So takes away 4% failure rate from all your trainings. So it's a very, very good status effect. If you don't heal Practice Poor, then you get 1 mood up, you get 15 stats for everything, and 70 skill points. So I definitely think it's worth it to heal the Practice Poor. Whether or not you're raising mood, I don't think that matters. You get 20 stats and 70 skill points and Practice Perfect. That's amazing. So yeah, we're gonna run, and we're gonna run as a pace chaser. I think as a pace chaser, we should still be able to, maybe not. Late Surger might be better, but there's like 9 people there. I think we're just gonna like depend on our stats, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna run as a pace chaser because I don't want to be like late start. If you have a late start as a front runner, it's really bad. So pace chaser is like a nice middle of the road. We got second. We got second on Kikka show. She does have a rating on long. We probably should have won, but it is what it is. It's better than her other performances. Distance, yeah. Well, we have the stamina for it on a career mode. We have the stamina for it, like 554 for Kikka show is totally fine for career mode. It's more than fine, I believe, for career mode. But anyway, we are going to have some energy to burn. Let me see my races over here. We do have Queen Elizabeth Cup, but we haven't really been lucky with races, I'm gonna be honest. Trainer diff, I fear. Yeah. End closes are great on long. Maybe we could have run her on as an end closer. Anyway, middle is going to be the skill points. Definitely play around with the different strategies. This is the first time I've run Narita Taishin, and definitely a lot more than Gold Chip in terms of management, I believe. I believe her skills, you definitely want to run her as like late or end closer for that signature. Woo. 3 friendship, triple friendship, 14%. Let's get it. If anything, I think we're gonna get good stats for Narita Taishin. Absolutely. Absolutely, we're gonna get it. Now let's go ahead and get this 5th date. Let's get this 5th date and improve our mood. Hopefully we get concentration. That's kind of why I ran Kazuna. Yep, there you go. Concentration and 2 mood up. So I'm completely healed from that disastrous event. And that's just the power of having like a better, or rather a deck built for this run, right? And just keeping in mind, there are other cards that improve mood, right? So try and look at the cards you have and see exactly what you're able to do, what you're able to come up with. Right here, first one is energy. This is New Year's Shrine Visit. So this is the start of the new year, senior year. First one's energy. I believe it's like 30. Second one is like all stats by 5, I believe. And then third one is skill points. I don't really have a problem with stats. I'm gonna get all stats by 5 actually. Yeah, because we're gonna train, and then there's gonna be a raffle event that might give us more energy. So we'll do that because our energy is pretty high already. I'm gonna get this double stamina. And I feel like with summer camp, we can safely train power and be good. So that raffle event we kind of missed on, but it is what it is. Let's get the first event for that Super Creek card. That's going to give us some energy. And let's see over here. I believe I'll probably go with this one. It doesn't hurt to get wit. If you want like a good wit goal for PvP, you probably want around 350, 400 would be a good sort of stopping point. But yeah, we have friendship training over here. We're not taking a lot of optional races, but honestly, we haven't been doing very well in races anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. We got level 5 training though, so that's exactly what we want. And at the start of the senior year, which is totally fine, that's gonna help us get more returns out of our speed training. And now we got double friendship with level 5 speed. Yes, please. That's 50 speed right there. 24 power. Very huge. Very, very good. I believe our stats are going to be pretty good for this run. We could do the stamina if we really wanted to, but I think we'll just get some more speed. Yeah. Let's do that. Now we have the Nikkei show, and we're going to get like the really cool event as well. We haven't hit our 3rd inspiration yet, or rather the 2nd inspiration, which is going to be in April. I believe the start of April, right? So anyway, let's do this. We have a good amount of speed, power. Let's go ahead and try her as a late searcher. That'll probably activate her unique skill. There you go. 5 lengths. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. It is also a long distance track, so end closers seem pretty good for that. There you go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was a lot of stats. That was 26. So that's 20 and then 6 from the race. So 20 from the event and 6 from the race. And we got 91 skill points and practice perfect. Insane. That's really, really nice. So as long as you like build in place of that, or like with these events in mind, a lot of them can turn in your favor, especially for Narita Brian, or Taishin, sorry, who does have like an event that helps make up for her bad event, right? Anyway, Tendo Show Haru. Let's go ahead and rest here. Well rested. Let's go. And we got S rank mile, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted S rank mile because I want to run Narita Taishin as a mile distance runner. It is a little unfortunate that I don't have her at potential level 5, so I don't have access to her encroaching shadow, her really good skill, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. That's unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. She just has strong rivals. Teiya Maparo, Biwa Haihire. It's unfortunate. I mean, even if I ran her as an end close, I don't think it would have changed much to the factory. Hey, at least the stats are fine. At least the stats are nice. She is, this does make her like a more harder or difficult horse to raise though, compared to others. Just for the simple fact that she does have that susceptibility to being blocked, right? So definitely keep that in mind. We are going to do wit training because we do want wit as a stat, and Etsuko friendship is good. We definitely want to start building up Etsuko. We definitely want to start building up Akikawa. Akikawa's already built up for this playthrough, but we want to start building up Etsuko for sure. Let me get my speed training. Now we have summer camp coming in 2 turns. Always make sure you keep an eye out for that Tazuna event, summer plans. That means in 2 turns we'll go to summer camp. You want to make sure that you have enough energy for summer camp so that you could spend that energy for training. So what we're gonna do is we're probably just going to do an expensive training and then rest. Guts isn't bad here, honestly, because the speed training's not that great, and we do want some level of guts. So I want guts here, and then I'm gonna rest. Probably be a little inefficient, like I'm only getting like 40 energy, but that's fine. Nice. Okay, cool. Major McQueen decided to trip me, but that's gonna give me an efficient rest here. Give me some stats for that, right? So that's cool. Now we're going to train our stats that we basically don't usually train. That includes guts, that includes power. So I'm going to go ahead and train some power here. I still value power more than guts. Double friendship is 22, and this power training, even though I do have 3 friends on it, only gives me 20. So I'm just gonna do the speed training here, which is nice. Yeah, we're recording, so we're not interacting too much with chat, unfortunately. But don't worry, we'll talk more with chat on other streams. Some power here. We get some standard distance, which is nice. And I'm gonna go for wit. This is the last turn. Remember, you get 4 turns for summer camp, so you know, keep that in mind. Now we have over here pretty much everything I need for stamina. I'll never have to train stamina anymore. This tells me next time I play Narita Taishin, I probably don't need both Metro McQueen and Super Creek. I'm gonna have to pick one, and I think that should be fine. But I'm gonna hit this rest over here, right? Honestly, this Narita Taishin, the way I built her deck, could probably be well serviced as a medium or long distance runner. But yeah. My chosen way of life. So what is that? Click Tazuna, click her random event, energy and mood, or mood and stat. I'll get the energy. Yeah. I'll get the energy. Double friendship on speed, that's what I want. Speed and power. Very, very nice. We're going to be able to cap out on speed, which is exactly what we want. What I would have liked are more stats in other departments, but, you know, it is what it is. We might have to train a lot of wit towards the end. But yeah. Here we go. First place. Very cool. Now, we are preparing for the Arima Kinen. That's going to be in 3 turns. Speed gives me some 13 power, which is nice. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Very low skill points, though. Her races are hard. Yeah, her races are very difficult. So, like, some speed legacies wouldn't be bad. You know what I mean? Some speed legacies wouldn't be bad. Whatever you're kind of like lacking, definitely wouldn't hurt. If I train this, I basically stop training speed for the entirety of for the rest of the run. We're at 1100. We're basically going to be able to cap out. And I need to build friendship now with Etsuko, and I'm just touch up on other stats that I'm missing. 21 wit here is great. Excellent. Yeah, we just don't have the fans. This is supposed to be an event to level up my unique skill. We just don't have the fans. It's just unfortunate. I probably should have like focused more on winning some races outside, but it is what it is. At least we're gonna clear the career. We're gonna clear URA finale, and that should be good enough for me. But yeah, let's do the results. There we go. We got a race. We got Arima Kinen. Happy to take that. Get 58 skill points. I need to build up my friendship with Etsuko. That's ideal, but we're basically at the very end of the game. Probably should have built up more. The reason why is because I want to get like more stats at the end with her. But that's like, especially if you're starting out, it's not really that important. It really isn't. But yeah, I should rest here, I believe, just so that I have access to more trainings. We'll rest here. I anticipate being able to clear all these URA races, so we have 2 more trainings after this. Hopefully we could get our guts and wit to the values we want, which is like 300 guts, around 400 wit. And as long as I have that, at least stat-wise, I'm pretty happy with Narita Taishin. I should be able to get my desired wit. And what I could get over here is see if I could get more power. Always make sure you check your speed training, because your speed training might give you more power than power training does, right? Especially if you focused nothing on power, if it's not leveled up. So, we're probably going to get guts to 300 no matter what. And wit is probably going to reach it too. But I want some skill points, so I'm going to go ahead and train some wit. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Etsuko giving me a lot of stats here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to build that much friendship with her. I could do this to safely cap out on speed, but I mean, how much do you get at the very end, chat? I forget. Even if I don't cap out, I'm like pretty much there, right? Even if I don't cap out, about 30. 38 max. 25 to 30. Okay. Then I could just do that. I already have my wit. I already have my guts. It's going to be there. I also get more skill points from this, so I'll do speed. I'll do speed. And now we have like pretty good stats. I would say it's really nice for a mile distance runner. It's not perfect, obviously, or I would definitely start running more power cards in place of some of these stamina cards. But it's as good as I'm gonna get. It's a good first run, I'd say. I'd say it's a good first run. A good, solid first run. But anyway, that's what we have here for Narita Taishin. Gonna get the director's fan. It's fine. We got the good ending. She has really cool clothes. She does have really good sense of fashion. We're gonna get Behold, Dying Emperor's Divine Might. Look at current, it says very slightly. Any skill that says very slightly, usually not very worth it. So, Victoria Perplanche is included in that. We're gonna go ahead and do, I believe for mile, standard distance is pretty good for mile, so I'm definitely consider that. Concentration is great for team trials. If you have it, take it. It's absolutely super valuable. We're gonna build her as an end closer, so only end closer skills for us. There is late surger savvy, but I'm gonna build her as a end closer. Maybe it's better to be a late surger here. I do have outer swell, but I'm gonna get this. See what I can get for it. We get straightaway adept. We get that. We could get some of these green skills as well. Standing by. Is this the sleeping lion? I kind of want to see like how that triggers. I'm just curious. I am just curious. She probably is better as a late surger, honestly. She probably is better as a late surger. If I look at my other PvP or think about my other PvP, I'm thinking there's Maruzensky, there's Karin. So I could run her as a late surger. I could run her as late surger. I didn't get Swinging Maestro. You're not guaranteed to get it. You're not guaranteed to get it. But yeah, let's get concentration. Let's get home stretch haste. Straightaway adept. I don't need any stamina skills. And if I don't take any stamina skills, I could get some late surger skills. I do want these green skills. If I do that, it seems like I have enough to get late surger savvy and outer swell. And then we could do go with the flow, which is like whatever, but it's better. I think this is good. I think this is probably better, right? This is probably better. Well positioned around halfway through the race. Yeah. I'll do this. Very nice. And now we complete the career. And let's do a PvP run. We'll run her as a late surger. I did want to make her an end closer, but the skills that we got. Okay. Stamina 1. Medium 3 is cool, but stamina 1. Unfortunate. But we got mild distance, S. We have the exact, a little more stamina than I wanted. We have capped out speed. We have good power. We have good guts and wit. Definitely a good, solid horse for my first run. So yeah, let's run it. Let's see what she does. Let's see what she does. Yeah, if you wanted to run Narita Taishin, like, what I will definitely do next time running for Narita Taishin is I would definitely consider using, like, maybe instead of Swinging Maestro, or maybe instead of Mejiro, I do Hishi Amazon, especially if you have this, like, max limit break. That'd be nice, because Hishi Amazon has those end closer skills. Sweep Tosho, someone mentioned as well, also has some end closer, I believe. Or Slipstream is just really good for end closers in general, right? You could also use Trick Rear if you wanted to. Besides that, I'm trying to think if there's any other end closer stuff I can think of off the top of my head. I probably could have considered running Daitaku Helios because I wanted to make her a good mile distance runner. And she could combo and give more hints for Slipstream for Taishin alongside these Ishii Amazon. So that's something to consider. Maybe even borrowing those, right? But yeah, that's probably the things I would change for sure. But yeah, let's put her in the race. What if I'm able to retain class 6? That'd be crazy, right? That'd be crazy. Replacing vodka with Narita Taishin. Checking my stats here. Looks like I'm better. Looks like my Narita Taishin's a lot better. So yeah, let's run her. Let's run her as my ace. Always run your best racers on ace, because that's going to... They're going to earn like 10% more points. They have like a 10% multiplier. Alright, let's see. Hopefully it's fine. We're going to race against someone strong. So... Also, she has an awful mood. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But, let's see what it happens. We're gonna skip all these races. Accurate. Lore accurate. Narita Taishin. Makes sense. Alright, let's view this race. All right, number 4 favorite. She is not in a good mood, but let's check the race out. I'll fast forward until we get closer to the late race. Oop, never mind, I just skipped it. My bad. Go with the flow with the sideways movement. Maybe we get a sweep. Maybe. It looks like we might get a sweep. Unless Vodka just plants her ass right in front of Taishin, I guess. That's a possibility too, I guess. That's a possibility too. Jeez. Okay, sure. Unfortunate, but at least we did top 5. At least we got top 5. Hey, at least we got top 5. That's fine. That's good enough. Anyway, keep going. She do be sniffle mode on Vodka. Let's try another one. Hopefully without such a bad mood and also without me accidentally skipping the race. That'd be kind of cool. Taishin at the very end is normal mood. That's fine. I'm out of par phase. You can tell how desperate I am. See results. Ow. Unfortunate. Nice. Medium. I need to replace... Oh, wow. Wow. Mayano had like an accident, dude. Yikes. Oh my god. 8-second rush? That's so bad. That's horrible. No wonder she lost. Anyway, let's view this race. 1800 meters. Number 5 favorite. Unfortunate. Let's see what we could do with Narita Taishin. Late surger savvy and concentration. Concentration is really good for team trials because it removes all possibilities of getting a late start, and late starts do take away points from your Umas. Did I not get Professor Curvature for Taishin? Oh, she's really far back. Okay, catching up. Caught in skill. But let's see over here. It's unfortunate we couldn't level up Taishin's ulti for unique skill. It's only level 1. And it's definitely a huge reason why you would use her, because she is very strong. Wow, my Karen-chan is like going nuts. Taishin though, catching up. Taishin's catching up. Air Groove trolling her, but not enough. It's not enough. Ooh. That was like a 3-way tie for second. What was that? I think she got like 3rd or 4th. Okay, she got 3rd. By a nose or by 3/4 length. She lost by a nose. Alright, well, I mean, hey, that's not too bad. Cotton was worth the money. She's doing pretty well. She's definitely doing pretty well, that's for sure. Okay, well, that's gonna be it for the Narita Taishin video. Definitely a very sort of more difficult horse to raise, horse girl. And so definitely want to keep in mind, get some mood up cards. Make sure that you're keeping in mind that event that happens right before the Kikka show, right? Just so that you're able to prepare, you're able to heal, right? Because remember, mood does lower your stats. But with the right preparation, should be totally fine to raise. Very fun, especially because she is an end closer. And especially if you raise her potential, she'll have access to more end closer skills. So it's a very cool character to have in your kit for sure. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Leave a like and sub if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.